I'm Lauren Nelson.
And I'm Dean O'Lally.
Who's ready for some fishing?
Well, if you are, this is just the place to start thinking about it. Bass Pro Shop in Oklahoma City, by the way, is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year.
And it's also the kickoff of the annual Spring Fishing Classic that runs through March the 30th at the OKC and Broken Arrow Bass Pro Shop locations and the Cabela's in Oklahoma City. Trade in your old rods and reels for store credits, and they'll be refurbished and donated to nonprofit youth organizations. And tomorrow is the final day of Kids Weekend at all 3 Bass Pro Shop and Cabela's locations in Oklahoma.
I'm up here with Hunter Harris, the marine biologist here at the Bass Pro Shops in Oklahoma City, and we're gonna feed the fish. There's all kinds of things in here. Now this 23,000 gallon tank is the most popular spot in all of the Oklahoma City store, and it's full of native Oklahoma fish.
Just an FYI, you can't go fishing here, but you can at Broken Bow Lake, where I recently went bass fishing with the lake's senior guide.
I'm the oldest guide on the lake. I've been guiding on the lake longer than anybody.
This is Tommy RUDISILL, but everyone calls him Rudy. He's been a professional fisherman in this area for 31 years. Born and raised here, Rudy knows this lake like the back of his hand.
This lake here is different than most lakes. It's deep, it's clear. A lot of big tournaments doesn't like to fish Broken Bow Lake because of the clarity and the depth of this lake.
We're looking for some smallmouth bass this morning, right?
Yes, we're targeting smallmouth bass over here on the east side of the lake this morning. They are the most aggressive bass in the lake. I love catching them.
You can hire Rudy's guide service to go bass or crappie fishing. On this misty morning, we asked Rudy to take my videographer Tommy Evans, our Discover Oklahoma intern Ryan Smith, and me out for bass fishing, something with which I'm not all that familiar, but I wanted to learn, and Rudy, from what I understand, is the master.
Fishing for bass, you will be casting and retrieving lures. It's a totally different fishing than crappie.
Now, once we got the basics out of the way, it was just a matter of seconds before we heard the sweet sound of the water splashing.
Smallmouth this morning, right off the bat. Nice little smallie.
It was truly an honor to fish with Rudy. I learned a lot, first of all, but fishing with Rudy is just an absolute blast.
Oh, and he's fighting you too. Look at there. Look at there, guys. There's a better one. How about that? As my grandpa used to say, blind sow stumbled up on an acre. We've caught a smallmouth, and we've caught Kentucky. Now we're looking for
And a bunch of nibbles.
and a bunch of bites.
Yes, on this morning we all had some very near catches.
Oh, Ryan, it's a good one. Don't lose him. What you got? Oh, another big largemouth. Oh, he come off.
Oh, man.
Oh,
dang it. I didn't set the hook quick enough.
oh.
Came out of nowhere.
But the fish did jump on the hook a few times, though.
Ooh, that is a good one.
Wow. All right.
My goodness.
Oh, looky here, folks. He has got a big largemouth. Good one. Very cool. Right here. Bring him in.
Rudy told me all about the best kinds of lures to use, how the barometric pressure affects fishing, and yes, how you need patience. He also showed us an eagle's nest. He also wants his customers to enjoy the peacefulness of fishing, to enjoy nature and their time here.
I want them to have a great experience. I want them to tell me what they thought about me. Will they be back? And 90% of my customers are repeat customers. I've had people for 25 years now that I've been fishing.
If you want to use Rudy as your fishing guide, give him a call at one of these 2 numbers or check out his website, rudysguideservice.com. And finally, Rudy got me good with one of his fishing mottos.
If you look on my website, it says right on my website, if we don't catch no fish, you don't owe me a dime. Because I'm going to be fishing with you.
Here's how you can find Rudy RUDISILL, but there are a lot of other guides at Broken Bow and lakes around Oklahoma. Just search fishing guides at travelok.com. And while you're there, click on free brochures and we'll send you one of these. It's the Oklahoma Fishing Trail Guide, where you can get schooled on fishing around our great state.
Dino, you're krilling me. But not too far from here is what is maybe the most colorful boutique in all of Oklahoma. DEANNE Stein takes us there.
Kelly and Jesse Newsom opened Commandeer Gift Shop here in Automobile Alley back in 2019, but recently opened a mini shop inside to showcase their homemade candles.
We call ourselves like the cheerful neighborhood feminist gift shop.
And when you enter the shop, you can't help but feel a little empowered.
It's just a really colorful, fun space.
Filled with equally fun, silly, and sometimes boundary-pushing products.
So our products are really, really sassy, but we have gifts and products for everybody.
Like a line of self-care products, fun accessories, socks, and even a kids section.
So opening Commandeer, it was really important to us to also help and support independent-owned brands.
So my favorite thing is all the rainbow pillows, and she has these really cute bandanas that she keeps in stock all the time. It's one of my most favorite things.
When it comes to the sassy products, you'll find those in the stickers, mugs, and a variety of any occasion greeting cards.
It's just a really happy place. So I haven't seen anybody that comes in and leaves in a bad mood. You'll laugh, a lot of cards or stickers will remind you of something.
And then there's the candles, sold in this mini retail shop inside Commandeer.
OKcollective is like our bread and butter. It's our modern candle line.
The couple started the candle line in 2016. Kelly's wife Jessie creates them at their studio across the street.
She is the candle boss. She comes up with all the scents. We kind of work on the names together, but she's the pro, and then I design the labels.
The all-natural soy candles are made with lead-free cotton wicks and high-grade fragrance oils. Jessie hand pours them in small batches into reusable glass jars.
You know, anything you burn goes into the air, so you want that to be a good, clean, healthy product because you're literally breathing it in.
The candles come in two collections, the Black Label collection of earthy and woodsy scents, while the White Label collection gives off an aroma of citrus and floral notes.
They burn just perfectly. They're not too strong, but they give just the perfect scent in your home.
The candles sell in over 700 retail shops in the U.S., Canada, and the U.K. And of course, right here at Commandeer.
It's just meant to be, I think, that they're both under the same roof.
Giving customers a one-stop shop.
We love Commandeer and OKcollective being over here. They bring such a exciting vibe down to 9th Street.
But when you have a store, especially a store in a house that feels like a home, people stay longer, you get to know them. I feel like all these customers are family.
In Oklahoma City, I'm DEANNE Stein for Discover Oklahoma.
Here's how you can find Commandeer, and you can search out other unique shopping experiences on travelok.com. Try searching boutique and mercantile. When we come back, I'm checking out some fishing fashion.
And I'm going to go check out some tackle. Still ahead, we can't talk about fishing all day and not talk about seafood.
And Buc-ee's, look out. There's a gas station in Tulsa with a chef, a world-class candy assortment, and full-service attendance. Be right back with that and more on Discover Oklahoma.
There's some things you just can't contain. Oklahoma Today magazine is bursting with culture. Mind-blowing restaurants, trips, adventures, and so much more. Open your copy, then hit the open road. Unleash your curiosity. Set your spirit free. Subscribe today for only $14.95. Oklahoma Today magazine. Break through the ordinary.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma. We are coming to you today from the Bass Pro Shop here in Oklahoma City, which, by the way, is celebrating its 50th anniversary.
The Oklahoma City location has one of the largest fly fishing shops of any store in the chain. I'm going to go get outfitted in a bit because there is so much cool stuff in there.
All right, so some of us are old enough to remember when you used to pull into what we referred to as a service station. People would rush out, they'd pump your gas, check your tires, wipe off your windshield. All the good old days.
Hey, but do you know those good old days aren't entirely past us? KRISTI is taking us to a gas station in Tulsa that takes service station to a whole new level.
When the Reeder family opened this gas station at the corner of 21st and Lewis in Tulsa in 1961, it was a Texaco and acted as a showroom for the then Texaco headquarters right next door.
So if you were from California, if you were from Texas, and you were going to buy a Texaco, or franchise actually, you would come in and they would bring you over here, and it was the model.
Are you up today?
Yeah, please.
All right.
Today, aside from still offering full service at the gas pump, Reeder's is not your 1960s pit stop, but a travel destination.
On a Saturday, if we don't really have anything to do, I'll say, hey girls, do you want to go, let's just go to Reeder's.
And it all happened because of third-generation owner Cheryl Reeder's vision.
We knew we needed to be something different than the regular gas station to compete with the bigger stores in the Tulsa area.
After a full renovation and partnering with 40 local businesses on everything from beef jerky to beer, Cheryl then hired 2 on-site chefs.
I did say, a gas station? Like, well, this is interesting. I was doing private chef work around Tulsa, and I was like, well, why not?
KRISTI King is the mastermind with treats like her famous trail mix cookies.
It's our famous best ever chili.
She also cooks up a daily special. On this day, it's 3-way chili.
Sometimes we have a burrata salad with a nice grapefruit and a fig vinaigrette. We try to keep it fancy sometimes, but we also try to keep the old favorites around too. Tuna salad sandwich sells out every day.
Another favorite, the half witch. 1/2 egg salad, 1/2 pimento cheese.
You get both.
This is the best indecisive person sandwich you're gonna find. Lunch decisions are easy for Jim Bischoff, though, considering he eats here every day.
Every day they're open. I get lunch from my wife and I come home for lunch. And they have great products, and they make a lot of their own food, so you can come in and get all the things you need at one time.
And the meals are just the start. The rows of trending toys and candy bring in such big crowds some days after school, they limit time inside to 10 minutes.
We get the unusual stuff, and if it's trending on TikTok, more than likely I have it.
Like these planet-shaped gummies.
That's-
have a blue tongue.
Do I?
No, you don't. Good. And Din Don. On TikTok, the kids bite into the side rather than using the twist cap. I don't recommend it.
Oh, it went out the wrong way. I'll flip it over.
Speaking of TikTok, Cheryl has gained 40,000 followers and millions of viewers creating videos about the store.
And it's so funny, the little kids that come around the corner like, Mom, that's the TikTok lady.
Not a plan her parents could have predicted for success, but one that's clearly working. In Tulsa at Reeder's, I'm KRISTI for Discover Oklahoma.
Reeder's Auto and Tire currently has only 1 location in Tulsa, but it is really worth a stop, even if you don't need to fill up.
Now, once you've been all sugared up at Reeder's, you can actually head northeast out by the Tulsa Botanic Gardens and check out the Post Oak Canopy Tours. Right now, Jason Grubbs is going to take a trip on the Zip.
We're ziplining high above the Osage Hills at Post Oak Canopy Tours, and it is a thrill.
You're above the trees almost the entire time. On the last zip, you do go from above the canopy and you zip through the canopy, and you're going to finish on a ground landing underneath the shade.
There are 7 towers with 6 zip lines running from a few hundred feet in length to 1,000.
Oh,
there she goes!
Fast, long ones.
Some fast, short ones, and slow, long ones.
A little bit for everybody.
All right!
The views up here are amazing. Back behind me you can see downtown. Over there is the Tulsa Botanic Gardens. All of this surrounded by the Osage Hills.
And the hillside that we're on is the tallest point in Osage County. It's Holmes Peak, so that's really neat. We get to zip down the side of that.
The tour starts on the ground, where you'll get your helmet, harness, and safety instructions.
So when you double this back like this, you're going to cover up the red tape, and there's your C for Kashut. Make sense?
Cody Goodwin has been ziplining for about 20 years. He says safety is priority. All the gear is inspected every day before it's used.
We also do quarterly inspections, and we also do an annual inspection from an outside company. We do have a weight limit. You have to be between 70 and 250 pounds.
There are also a few staircases you'll have to climb. Once you're up there, the fun begins.
So we're going to hook you up and do safety commands with the guide.
The guides are very patient and tell you exactly what to do.
I'm going to clip you on the back so you feel like you're nice and safe.
The guide will let you know when you can zip, and you'll step off the tower. We do all of your braking and slowing down for you. You guys really don't have to do anything other than look good while you're zipping, so we encourage dance poses and yoga moves. Just don't turn upside down.
Zip clear! Then it's up to you to take a step off the platform. You can bring your phone, but for $22, the guides will take a bunch of photos from angles you just can't get with a selfie.
So we do a lot of stage pictures where people try to hold the skyline or pinch it or kiss it or something like that.
The guides also have a lot of history about the area, which they're happy to share with you, along with a logbook full of dad jokes.
A lot of our guides try to practice good dad humor. So we tell a lot of jokes, and it's about halfway through the first zip before people realize that we're telling good dad jokes. Some of them really stump some people.
At Post Oak Canopy Tours, I'm Jason Grubbs for Discover Oklahoma.
Here's how you can find Post Oak Canopy Tours, and while you're there, make sure you leave plenty of time to visit the Botanic Gardens. All right, Lauren is being outfitted with some fly fishing.
I'm ready. What do you think?
You're ready. You're ready. All you need is a giant rainbow trout. I think we'll do it. And there you go. There you go. All right. Now, let me go ahead and get this out of the way, because here at Bass Pro, they actually encourage catch and release.
Hey,
so there's that.
If you like it on the table and on the line, we've got the perfect spot for you.
What's inside our free Oklahoma travel guide? Artistry for all 5 senses, magic around every bend, and powerful waves of inspiration. Order or download yours at travelok.com.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma. Now, last summer, when more than 100 canoe and kayak athletes from all over the world came to Oklahoma City for the International Canoe Federation Sprint Super Cup, just a few blocks from here on the Oklahoma River, an Olympic silver medalist from Italy, who's also a fisherman, was ecstatic to find he was within walking distance of the most famous fishing store in the world.
When I told my friend that I would have been here, they said, oh my God, there is the pro shop, pro bus shop, you have to go there. And so I'm waiting for the training, and then I will go there for sure.
And that just gives you a little bit of an idea of how big the name Bass Pro Shop has become around the world. I mean, look at this place.
It is so cool. My kids love going to the fish tank, and they're going to be so jealous that I got to feed the fish earlier.
Yep.
Now let's go to the Oklahoma City Zoo, where I fed some wilder animals there.
The Oklahoma City Zoo is one of the best ways to spend the day outside exploring, and now there are some fun ways to get to know some of your favorite zoo friends up close and personal.
Here at the Oklahoma City Zoo, we have some very exciting hands-on activities and new ways for you to connect with our wildlife.
One of my favorite ways to get to know someone is over a meal. So why not do the same thing with our flamingo friends?
This is our Flamingo Mingle. So this is a daily feeding opportunity that's available in our children's zoo, and it's something that you can purchase when you make your reservations and get your tickets online. You can add this experience to your day. Flamingo Mingle is for children and adults alike. You are required to wear a mask when you participate in this, but it's a really cool experience because you get to actually feed our flamingos.
Next, head into Sanctuary Asia and you can treat our rhino friends to some of their favorite snacks.
This is a fairly new experience we have here at the Oklahoma City Zoo. Our rhino feedings are available on the weekends, and you will have that opportunity to feed Shanti, one of our adult female rhinos. So you can do the weekend rhino feeding, or you can even participate in our more premier opportunity, which is the Rhino Wild Encounter, which is available during the week. And these beautiful, gentle giants really do enjoy this experience, and it's a unique way for you to get close to that, get close to a rhino. It's a really magical experience and something totally unique here at the Oklahoma City Zoo.
Do you want to help save gorilla habitats? If you have an old cell phone lying around, donate it to the zoo and you can be a part of this special mission.
The reason that we're recycling cell phones is there's a material in them called coltan, and coltan is a mineral that is found in most small electronics, so like cell phones and iPads and different things. And when that mineral is mined, it actually can destroy habitat for gorillas. So you show up with your cell phone that you're ready to donate, you just go into our guest services office, drop it off, and we thank you. And right there from that moment, you are helping wild gorillas.
These opportunities are open to anyone visiting the zoo. All you need is a little planning.
Anytime you're making your reservation to visit, you can add these really cool experiences onto your day.
So come to the Oklahoma City Zoo and get to know some of your favorite zoo friends in a whole new way.
We really hope people will take away a new appreciation for wildlife and just have a really special connection and know why it's so important for us to help protect these animals.
There are other animal encounters at the Oklahoma City Zoo and around the state. You can find them at travelok.com.
When we come back, Catfish.
The kind you eat. Stay with us.
In Oklahoma's state parks, you'll go a little deeper, burn a little brighter, and scale new horizons under these endless skies. You can walk on the wild side, take the road never traveled, or just go with the flow. That's the whole purpose of Oklahoma's state parks. They remind us that the simple things bring us together. Start your journey at travelok.com/parks.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma. We are at the Bass Pro Shop in Oklahoma City, specifically sitting in this beautiful Tahoe fish and ski rig, which was made in Miami, Oklahoma.
My kids love getting out on the lake, and they would love to do it in this boat.
And you know what I would love right now? And that would be some catfish. We're going to get on I-40,
Head east with Shelley Mills to the Catfish Roundup.
It's a popular spot just off I-40. The Catfish Roundup is where Charles Phillips and his wife have been stopping for more than 25 years on their way to and from Oklahoma City and Lake Tenkiller.
So this is one of the best places in Oklahoma.
Larry Kinslow and his dad opened this restaurant more than 37 years ago. It's been in the family ever since.
My granddaughter works here. There's probably 5 or 6, 7 family members that work here.
While the Catfish is by far their biggest seller, they do have more on this menu.
Hand-cut steaks from ribeyes to sirloins, and we just have a full menu from hamburgers to chicken fried steak, chicken strips. You know, it's just not catfish only. We have a full variety.
Butterfly shrimp is another popular choice.
And we peel and devein and bread it ourselves.
Fresh rolls are served throughout your meal, but you can't leave until you've tried the apple fritters. A homemade batter is fried and then coated with powdered sugar. They are served free with every meal, a yummy treat that people love to come back for.
That's the first thing people want. They want their fritters.
This rural restaurant has a loyal following.
They will have regular customers that drive from Oklahoma City, Edmond, drive here, Tulsa. A lot of people, they'll use this as a meeting spot. People going back and forth to Lake Eufaula. You know, this is just kind of their stop. They do it every weekend. So
it's worth the drive just to come down here, whether you're just going by it or not. Come down here just to eat.
You'll be glad you did. In Seminole County, Shelley Mills, Discover Oklahoma.
Catfish Roundup is on State Highway 99 just south of I-40 in Seminole. They're open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week.
And no matter where your next road trip takes you, the Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide will help you find a great place to eat. Just log on to our website, travelok.com, and click Request Free Brochures to get your copy.
Coming up next week on Discover Oklahoma, we'll head to a winery where history and community enhance the experience. We'll go dragon boating, one of the easiest ways to get on the Oklahoma River, and it's called Love Me 2 Times. We'll tell you why next week.
And Lauren, you know what they say?
I don't, but I'm guessing you're going to tell me.
You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish.
Unless you adjust the scales. Gotcha, Dino.
Okay, well, very good. So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.
That was very good, actually.